because she would sit there.
And some of them he denied it. I don't look like that.
No, I'm sorry. Her eyes are bigger. It's like.
The struggle is real.
Hello, welcome to Style of My Life by your girl Sierra Wyatt and
Brian Be Easy Wyatt.
This is a channel where there's always limitless possibilities and new beginnings. Let's get to the video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about some things that are very important for I guess second time marriages or relationships, or if you've been married twice or multiple times. And one of the things that we sometimes have worries of being in another relationship is if we're actually going to have some things that we're going to share that we've never shared with anybody else. We always want to feel like we're the only one, right? We want to feel like we feel special. Or as if we never dated anybody else, but we both know that it's not true if you're in a marriage and this is your second marriage. But we like to say sometimes, this is our only marriage.
That's right. This is the only marriage.
This is our only marriage. This is the only one that matters right now. So this is our only marriage right now. We're not sharing. We're not double dipping or whatever. But we do know that, you know, we have been in relationships with other people. And there are some things that we've shared with other people. And, you know, it was the first time with them. But we want to focus on some things that we can basically point out in our own relationships and our own marriages that we can say that we've done together for the first time and capitalize on them and celebrate them. So today, and we actually wrote down some things. Some of the things we've already talked about in our relationship that we've shared together for the first time, but some of them are going to be like the first time we actually hear these. So you guys get to hear some of the first time things that he shared with me that he's never shared with anybody else, and I get to share some things that only I have shared with him and nobody else. Okay, let's get to it. You ready, babe?
Yeah, ladies first.
All right.
You go ahead and tell me. Yeah, that's how it works, right?
Oh, well, the lady said you go first.
I don't want to come back for that.
Anyway, I'll start. I have a list of things that we're gonna,
and I've never seen this list before. So
yeah, we've never seen each other's list.
You're gonna see my authentic reactions to some that I may not have known before. So,
exactly. Some of them he already know, obviously, because we do talk. Yeah. But some of these things are things that we haven't. I don't know if I've heard any of them. Some of them are not. So let's get to it.
Tell me your number one.
My number one thing that I've only shared with you is I put that he's the first person that I ever enjoyed being on a cruise with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've been on a cruise one other time, but then the time that I went with him was like
best.
It was the best. I had the best time, and I could always cherish that moment. Because I actually said that I would never go on another cruise because of the experience that I had before. But going with him made me want to go on another one.
Which is coincidental because number one on my list is that my first international cruise was with you. I've never been to another country with someone that I was married to or in love with. So you're the first experience that I had with that. So yay! Yay! Applause. Yay. So that's the first that we share.
Okay.
Number two.
Number two is he's the first guy that I've married or been with that has gray eyes.
Okay.
So, yeah. Which is one of the things that made me not want to date him, by the way. I mean, you can ask him.
I'm not so pretty anymore.
I did, but I didn't. Like, yeah, there's a whole reason behind that, but we're not going to get into that. That's not what this video is about, okay? Let's stay focused, people.
Well, I'm not so pretty anymore anyway. As you can see, I'm kind of like growing my beard out here because I got like razor bumps and stuff, so I'm trying to allow this beard to grow out naturally so that I can grow out these bumps.
Right now they look a little patchy.
It's not. I look patchy.
But he's still my handsome.
All right. So my number 2. My number 2 is you are my first love at first kiss. I know you. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know the story how we met. If not, I think we did a Facebook Live last year. Last year.
Was it last year?
It was either last year or it may have been 2016.
No, I was pregnant.
So it was 2016. 2016, we did a Facebook Live video and talked about how we first met. We met each other online, and we decided to connect in person because, you know, she said she had a few kids and she had this picture and she was looking really, really skinny. I'm like, there's no way she could have had that many kids and still look that good. So like,
4.
let me go see for myself. So we set up some time for us to meet up at Barnes & Noble in Macon, Georgia.
Oh, I want to find that picture.
You gonna find that picture? So we set up a meeting to go meet at Barnes & Noble in Macon, Georgia. I had just got out the gym, so I wasn't like ready for a date or anything. It was just supposed to be an introduction type thing, and she wasn't dressed up. She was wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
I was still cute though, you know. I still had my makeup on,
you know,
snatched in some places.
Yeah.
You know.
So we met up, and the conversation was great. We met up around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Was talking for at least an hour and a half. Got hungry, so I was like, "Why don't you come? Let's go eat."
An hour and a half. It was maybe like 15 minutes. 15, 20 minutes into the conversation.
Well,
we want to stand outside and
Bonefish didn't open for dinner until 5.
That's what I'm saying. We met. It was after 5 when we met.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
So
you made a stop before you got to me.
So it was after 5 that we met. And then we talked for a few minutes. And at that point, it was dinner time for me. I was pretty hungry. So I asked her if she was hungry. Bonefish Grill's around the corner. Let's go get something to eat and we can continue this conversation. So we had the conversation, talked all night. Like we left the restaurant.
Yes,
we were there from after 5, a little bit after 5 until they closed at 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yes.
And then a mall closed around the same time. So we just walked around the outdoor mall until
we went to Dick's Sports.
Yeah, we went random. I don't know why.
He said no. This was... He made up this story that he wanted to go look at some camping gear, right? Like, where did this come from? I just want to take my kids camping and I need some more camping gear. So let's go walk the Dick's Sports. And Dick's Sport is like on the other end of the mall, remind you. So I think that was his way of trying to stay with me a little longer.
So legit, I was planning a camping trip with the kids, but it was perfect timing to use that as an excuse to keep the conversation going because I didn't want to go home by myself. No.
Well, you did go home by yourself.
I did go home by myself.
Let's get
but
that
that wasn't the reason why I didn't mean to say that.
Oh my God.
Oh, because I didn't want the conversation to end. But we walked until, and then people were like, "Hey, y'all, such a cute couple."
Yes,
but
people were shouting out their window, like, "Oh, y'all so cute!" And people actually thought we were together. Like, but that was our very first time meeting each other. Yeah. Like, so it was kind of cool.
And then we got finally tired and was like, okay, we should probably go home. So I walked.
No, we started getting eaten up by mosquitoes.
Yeah, there was that too. And this whole time, she didn't even notice my eyes. So her number 2 is really interesting. She didn't notice my eyes until we were walking to her car and we were underneath a street light. And I looked at her and she said,
I think I noticed him when I saw him online, but I completely forgot about him once we met. Like, I didn't even look at his eyes anymore. And then we got up under this little street light by a restaurant.
Yeah.
We walked past a little Mexican restaurant.
La Parilla.
Yeah. I don't know how to say it, but
La Parilla.
But yeah, so that's when I noticed, because he stopped in front of the light. And then I walked in front of him like this, and that's when I noticed the light was shining. I was like, wait a minute. So, I completely forgot his eyes were that color.
And so we talked about that until we got to her car back in front of Barnes & Noble's. And we sat there, I opened the door for her. The conversation still didn't end. Then finally we kissed. And it was love at first kiss for me because I've never been kissed the way she kissed me. And so it was at that moment that I knew
make me get all emotional and stuff.
that she had locked me down. So that was my
Locked
first
down.
love at first kiss experience. And a lot of people say love at first sight, things like that. But what's the new one now? Love after lockup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
And
little
then,
dating shows.
And then there's
everything.
married at first sight. Well, this is first love at first kiss. So that's my number 2. And I know that's really drawn out. What's your number 3, baby?
Okay, my number 3. Hold on, I gotta go back to. I was so focused on looking for the picture.
On that picture.
He's the first person that has ever bought me MK. Michael Kors.
Okay.
So you get a pat on the back for that, baby. You did good.
All right, let me see.
My first Michael Kors purse. Let me be more specific.
So here's interesting though. I'll tell you my number 3.
Okay.
Right? I had my first.
Yeah, something. A piece of your hair was on you.
Okay. With you, I had my first planned pregnancy.
I think you told me that.
Yeah.
Like recently, yeah.
Micah was the first planned pregnancy, and that might be somewhat shameful to some people, but
No, it's not.
I know. But some people are kind of traditional, like, hey, you know, you gotta wait till you get married, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Woo woo woo. But
Right.
for me, it was exciting to have a planned pregnancy. Like, look, babe, we want to
be excited about
and be
it.
excited about it. So this was my first planned pregnancy.
Yeah, we was like, we want to have a baby together. Number 4 is he's the first person that I ever moved out of state with.
Okay.
Ever.
Ever. So she's originally from Georgia. I'm from Chicago. I've bounced around the country.
Yeah, he's a military guy.
Yeah.
What's yours, baby?
My number 4 is first vacation in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay. I was about to say I don't think I've ever,
I've
but I
never
had
been to
family.
Jacksonville.
I had family in Jacksonville,
Yeah.
so.
I
Well, my
vacationed-
ex had family in Jacksonville, so their grandparents. I mean, the kids' grandparents were there. So
Yeah.
I don't necessarily. Will I consider it a vacation though?
Yeah, it was a vacation. We went to the beach, Joe's.
No, I'm
Crafty.
saying with me and with the
you're talking about
kids.
with
Like maybe that's just a visit.
It might be a visit if you're a visiting family.
Yeah. So
If you
I
didn't
don't know.
go relax and unwind.
Right. So
It's not
I mean,
a
it could have been considered that. I don't know. What do you guys consider? Do you guys consider that like a vacation, or is it just like a visit from your family? Comment below and let me know what you guys think. Okay. All right. So, what are we on? 5. Okay. So, nobody really knows this. Of course, you don't know none of this. But he's the first person that I have ever. Actually, he's the first person I've experienced my first plane ride with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never been on an airplane before dating him. So, you bringing me out my chair. Showing me new things, honey.
I think my first plane ride was when I was a kid. I was going to what they call the Jamboree for Boy Scouts or whatever.
Okay.
But then after that, I'm an Air Force vet, so I've been on a lot of
them.
planes.
All right.
My number 5. You are the first spouse, my first wife, and love that has ever actively worked in the family business. So I don't know if y'all know, but she's my backbone when it comes to the business. Not only because she holds it down at work at home while I'm working, but also because she has actually worked in the business. Like some of the designs that you all see is often because she helps provide creative direction, as well as she's designed some work as well, such as the Dream Center on Tharp Street in Tallahassee. She designed their logo. She's done some stuff for herself. So she's got a lot of creativity and a lot of technical skill. Of course I taught you, but no one's ever really taken an interest in actually
that's
doing
another
it
one. You're the
before,
first guy that has ever taught me how to do something that he does as far as work is
Well, there
concerned.
you go too. So
And the first guy that I ever really dated that I worked with.
nice. So another first.
Yes.
Number 6.
Number 6 is he's the only guy I ever let shampoo my hair.
So
That I can think. I don't remember anybody else shampooing my hair. So if it has happened, it was probably one other time. But Yeah.
So what's funny about that is my number 6 is she's the first woman that's ever cut my hair. She's cut my hair. There's another video.
Actually, you told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago, so I'm just not remembering. Okay? Don't judge me. Okay.
She's the first woman to cut my hair. So that's another cool.
You should let me do it again.
Number 8.
Are you
Or
serious?
sorry, 7. That was
Don't
7.
act like that, honey.
That was 7. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I'm not throwing shade or nothing. What's your number 7?
My number 7 is the only guy that has ever cooked for me at his home as our date.
Oh wow.
Nobody has ever cooked dinner for me at home.
Chef Wyatt on the pots.
Yes. And it was so good. Like, he took pictures and everything. But I was almost a little annoyed.
Oh, why? Because I was taking pictures?
He
You just wanted to eat?
took pictures and was posting it, and I've never had this experience before, but he was taking pictures the whole time, like, and the food was getting it. I was eating, but I was like, you're not gonna enjoy the food with me? But I mean, I wasn't like extremely annoyed though, just a little bit.
Okay.
Because it wasn't something I was used to.
Yeah.
But I accepted it though.
So my number 7, I did my first planned and public proposal, marriage proposal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It must have bombed.com. And then he planned an argument with me that weekend.
I had to set it up.
Because he know I figure out everything. So
she is too curious, inquisitive. She's got to know every detail. She's too detail oriented. She doesn't miss anything. I'm telling you, this woman studies me. Like, she knows what this facial expression is. She knows what this one is. She knows what this one is. She knows everything about all my faces, all my moods, every behavior that I've ever done, because she will sit there.
And some of them he denied it. I don't look like that.
No, I'm sorry. Her eyes are bigger. It's like...
Whatever. My eyes are not that big, okay? As you can see, my eyes are not, well. Whatever. I like my big eyes.
I like your big eyes too.
Anyway. But yeah, what were you saying?
Nothing.
What did you say? I'm so done with you.
Okay. Number 8.
No, we did 8.
No, that was your number 7.
No, well, yeah, that was my.
So your number 8.
Let me delete this.
No, just your number 9 is now your number 8.
Keep me on. Okay, so that was my number 7. My number 8 is the first guy that ever got me drunk.
Oh yeah, that was fun times. Yes.
But
yes,
I remember
twice.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
What was the other time?
We went on a date. Remember?
That was the first time.
No, it was when we were here in Florida. I think we were at BJ's.
I wasn't drunk.
Sierra, you were out the window again.
I was a little buzzed. Just a little bit.
Why am I sitting on one of your earrings?
You knocked my earring out.
I didn't knock nothing out.
You did this.
All right.
Anyhow, but I just talk like this.
Wait, what'd you do? I mean, it was here in Florida.
I wasn't drunk. I was just a little buzzed.
You were a little buzzed. We were driving down College Street. We were coming from I can't remember where. Harry's. Yes. Yes.
I wasn't
and
drunk.
And you were yelling at the people who were at the bar. Like, yeah, what?
I was not yelling at the people at the bar. It's the people that was coming at the club.
Well, that's what...
I mean, you could have been talking about the bar at the restaurant. We do this all the time.
Anyways, let me see what my number 8 is. My first YouTube channel.
Yay! This is our first YouTube channel together. We're colored.
We're happy and we're singing.
We're married. We're married.
It's we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Oh yeah, we are supposed to be married, huh?
Yes.
My bad. But we already said we're lovers.
Yeah, and married. Some people are lovers and they're not married.
But you're supposed to be singing too.
Okay. Maybe I just don't know the song.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Back to it. So number 9. How did I ever lived in an apartment with?
Oh. Okay. What? I think I've had in apartments. I've had roommates, like male roommates.
I mean, with the female.
Right. I don't think I've lived with a female in an apartment.
Oh. There you go.
It was my best friend at the time, Landon. Landon, I lived with him, and then when I moved out, we moved into a house. Yeah.
Okay, we share some things.
That's it. But I don't know if I should bring this one up.
What?
You're the first person I moved into public housing with.
Oh, well, yeah,
I've never lived in public housing.
I thought you said you lived. Oh, I thought.
I've had family that lived in public house. Stay with them.
Okay.
But in Chicago, but no, I've never.
Yeah, I moved to public housing, okay, and I'm not ashamed of it.
We didn't used to live in luxury apartments.
But he was living in a nice house.
I was in a nice house.
But moved out of that house because he had a roommate to move with me. But hey, we saved some coins, okay?
Yep. That's when we combine all our resources. So we come from humble
beginnings. But he moved in and took my rent up. It went up to the max rent. I'm like, wait, I wasn't ready.
But we're still saving though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's the next one? Number 10. I think this is our last one. Should this be our last one, or you want another one? We may share one more. But the next one, number 10, is you're the first chef I've ever dated.
Oh, well, there's that. That's nice.
And that was one of the things I prayed for.
When you go through your list of marital benefits, marrying a chef is one of them.
Yep.
Well, I think my last one is that you're the first person I've bought a timeshare.
Aww.
Like, I've never had a mortgage with anyone before, let alone the timeshare. So
that's exciting.
Yeah.
And we get to go to it soon.
2 weeks. So if you don't hear from us after a couple weeks, it's probably because the Wyatt family is on vacation. So we love you, but we need a break every now and then.
Yeah. I'm going to just go through mine, the last few of them. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so you're the first guy that has ever bought me a shoe subscription.
Oh, yeah.
The first. The first person I ever been to Cocoa Beach with.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then I put the one about the kiss. So you're the first guy I kissed on the first date.
Oh really?
Yes. You're the first guy and the only person I've dated that lived in a different state.
Okay.
And the only one that I've dated that had small kids.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I think the only other ones on my list is the first person I've purchased an SUV with. Yeah. Shout out to Terrence Barber for that.
Yay.
Yeah. But as you know, when we combined our families, we definitely needed a larger vehicle. So
yeah.
SUV was right.
When we have any more, we're gonna need a church van.
We're gonna need a 15 passenger.
Something.
And I think another one was the first time I was hospitalized. It was earlier last year. I had to go to the VA hospital because I was suffering from severe back pain.
And he was having trouble breathing.
Yeah, it was pretty
He
bad.
found out he had scoliosis.
Yeah.
My poor baby.
I'm alright. But, yeah, I've never really been hospitalized. I've been to the doctor, been to some urgent care, but never hospitalized. So that was really interesting. But she was there. She pushed me in a wheelchair, helped me limp in there, took care of me, made sure that I got patched up and sent back out. So
I had to get a shot.
Yeah, I had to get a shot. It's not fun. Not fun. And you're the first person that I've ever spoken, prayed in tongues with.
Yay.
Now, see, I come from a Baptist Christian Kojic family, but, you know, it was very rare that I heard someone speaking in tongues. And in my last relationship, there wasn't a lot of church.
I've been speaking in tongues since I was 15.
Right. So when I went to church with her, she went to a holiness church at the time, and it was there that I was filled with the Holy Spirit.
But it was still kind of holiness.
Right.
Let's just be real.
Yeah. Yep, but nothing wrong with it, and it was one of the first places that I had a really strong encounter with the Holy Spirit, and began to speak in tongues. And so since then, her and I, we prayed in tongues. Our kids pray in tongues. So that's our faith. That's what we believe, and tapping into the Holy Spirit and how fruitful
and praying together. Yeah. And reading our word, doing devotionals together,
reading
and
books. We
didn't always do that during our relationship, but we kind of grew to doing that, and we noticed that doing those things kind of help us grow closer. And when we don't do it, we can feel the divide a little bit, where we're not as close or as in tune with each other. So it's very important that we, pray together. But yeah, well, you guys know some things that we actually shared together for the first time. If you guys have some first time things that you've shared with someone, comment below. If this video has helped you look at your relationship a little differently and help you to actually focus on the great things that you can cherish in your relationships, this is something that we actually had to do, and making our marriage feel special, and make each other feel like we're the best thing since sliced bread.
First and the only.
Right. So feel like it's our first time.
Yeah.
It's okay to have some first times.
You have to celebrate them. You have to make them a big deal, because they are important. They're important to her, because she's really big on first things. And it was new to me, so it was an adjustment for her to, tell me that, hey, look, this meant a lot for me, that
I love
that
first
this
time
happened,
things,
because I want to feel like the first and only. And sometimes when those things don't happen, it's a little bit disappointing for her. And so I've become more considerate about creating those experiences in our marriage, so that she continues to feel like the first and only. And so I encourage all of you out there, whether you're married or in a relationship, a serious and committed relationship, to celebrate the first.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, make them meaningful. Make a big deal out of them. Celebrate with wine, champagne, special events, gifts, whatever it is, because it's those moments that you should cherish and remember, because we don't get many of them, and we're not guaranteed more. So,
and I do that a lot. He thought it was weird when I first started doing these things. He was like, "You're actually gonna keep that?" Like, if we went to the movies for the first time together, guess what I did? I kept the movie tickets. And with whatever hotel we went to for the first time, I kept the card key from the hotels that we go to. I know it's weird, but and what's the other? Oh, the other thing is, when we go to the beach, I'll get a bottle and I take the sand from the beach that we actually went to the first time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
celebrate those first times,
and it just means a lot to me. Like, I always remember. Oh, remember when we went to? This is the sand from the beach that we went to the last time we went for the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so cherish those moments, guys. We're not going to keep you. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys subscribe to my channel, and comment below. Tell me what you think about this video. If you have any first time things that you've shared in your relationships, or any tips that you can share with other marriages or relationships that they can do to basically make their relationship feel new and exciting, and feel like that person means the world to you more than any other relationship that you've ever had. And it's okay to make them feel that way. So that's what this video was all about, to help you guys to actually enjoy things in your relationship. I mean, you can enjoy other things, but yeah, that's what we wanted to talk about today. But guys, we are gonna get out of here because we are tired. It is late. I don't know what time it is. It is 12:52 a.m. Our social medias. Mine is Sierra L. Wyatt on Facebook and Twitter, and Lady Wyatt _08 on Instagram, and his is
BK Wyatt Jr. on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of those. You can find me anywhere with BK Wyatt Jr.
All right. Well, that's the end, you guys. Remember, style your life. Don't let lifestyle you. All right. Deuces.
Deuces.
You a mess. I still knocked you out, baby.
Yep, you still knock me out with them lips.
You a mess.
I can't give up.